She doesn't flirt. She stares through you until you confess to things you didn't even do. She makes eye contact like it's a weaponized kink. And the worst part, you like it. You sick little freak. Welcome to the show. This show is unwell. We cut to Yumeko being humiliated publicly, except plot twist, she owns it. She crawls across the school floor, purring, meowing, full anime stray cat fantasy. And it is intro. This anime is unwell, complimentary. Hey guys, Folded Legs here. Quick disclaimer, yes, there's gameplay in the background. No, it's not relevant. It's just there to stop me from ascending into the shadow realm mid-sentence. Now, let's talk about Kakegurui. This anime walked into the room, saw dignity, and kicked it down a flight of emotional stairs. It looked at gambling, looked at public shame, looked at psychological warfare in a pleated skirt, and said, let's make this hot in a way that should come with a warning label. This isn't a review. This is a damage report. This is a confessional booth with LED lighting. This is 12 episodes of me realizing I'm attracted to women who should be court mandated to stay away from playing cards and small animals. I am not explaining the games. I am not narrating the plot. This is not UGIO with emotional regulation. We're doing vibes. We're doing chaos. We are doing psychosexual corn opera with glitter. Some things will be vague, on purpose, because I want you to suffer beautifully through this anime like I did. Yes, it's older. No, that doesn't mean I won't scream about it like it dropped yesterday and personally ruined my GPA. And no, I'm not spoiling anything that matters. I am simply describing the psychological climate of a school, where a girl can meow on the floor, pull a reverse no on humiliation, and somehow that's still not the wildest thing that happens. The show is not normal. You will not be normal after watching it. You may question things about yourself, about society, about why folding your arms counts as a power move. And I think that's beautiful. So grab your dice, your dignity, if you have any left. And welcome to Kakegurui, the only anime where losing your soul counts as character development and eye contact counts as foreplay. Section 1, Gambling, Power, and why this show is low-key uncomfortably hot. This anime is not horny in the normal way. It's horny in the what if humiliation had a punchline, and the punchline was your soul leaving your body kind of way. Everyone is lying. Everyone is pretending they have power, and Yumeko walks in like, oh my god, do you guys not gamble for emotional release? Embarrassing. She's not hot because she's drawn hot. She's hot because she smiles like she's about to dismantle your taxes. She doesn't flirt. She stares through you until you confess to things you didn't even do. She makes eye contact like it's a weaponized kink. And the worst part, you like it. You sick little freak. Welcome to the show. The school is built like a casino designed by Satan and funded by generational wealth. There are no classes, only vibes and debt. You either win, or you get turned into a house pet with a cute little tag and a soul full of shame. Someone literally gets renamed Mittens and everyone's just okay with that. Meanwhile, Yumeko is over here moaning softly mid-card game, like she's being spiritually reborn. The table's rigged? Good. Her opponent's cheating? Better. The stakes are her entire identity. Oh, now she's awake. She doesn't want money. She wants the exact second you realize you're not in control anymore. She wants your pride. You panic. Your stuttering realization that the prey was always you. Student council shows up like, we run the school, and Yumeko says, oh, that's adorable. Anyway, watch me disassemble your mental health with a deck of cards. And somehow, this is all still less toxic than real high school. By the time the season settles in, you're not watching for plot. You're watching for the moment someone blinks too slow and Yumeko turns it into foreplay. This isn't a show. It's a psychological dominance ritual dressed like a schoolgirl. And we're all here for it. Because apparently we've given up on therapy. And honestly, fair. Section 2, power shifts, pride damage, and Yumeko doing whatever that was. Mary starts off broken. Not like sad girl in a poetry way. No, we're talking publicly derinked to school pet, emotional support status, 0. The world is treating her like she's been left unread by capitalism itself. Enter Yumeko, She sees Mary at her lowest and goes, tasty. Not in a helping way. In a what happens if I push this trauma button way. Mary used to control the board. Now she's the board. And Yumeko says, let's gamble, baby. But she means it like a dare. Like, bet your soul or sit down. So Mary folds her shame into a neat little napkin and jumps. Not gracefully, not confidently, but with pure chaotic energy and trauma-fueled grit. That's not a comeback. That's a personality rebirth via psychological warfare. And then, because this show is unwell, we cut to Yumeko being humiliated publicly, except plot twist, she owns it. She crawls across the school floor, purring, meowing, full anime stray cat fantasy. And it is sexy, not soft sexy, not oops my skirt sexy, predatory, unblinking. I know you're watching and you hate that you like it, sexy. Everyone else is horrified. Yumeko is radiant. This isn't shame. This is performance art for the damned. And she's the lead dancer at your breakdown. She doesn't break. She doesn't apologize. She leans in, and suddenly the humiliation doesn't work anymore. Because you can't weaponize shame against someone who brought their own leash. That's when people stop laughing. That's when the student council realizes this girl isn't weird. She's dangerous. Because when your kink is collapse, and your safe word is deal me in, you don't lose gracefully. You drag everyone down with you. And somehow, we're all clapping. Section 3, unhinged women, loaded weapons, and me learning things about myself. This is the part where the show looks directly at you and says, hey, what if the plot was just horniness disguised as psychological warfare? And honestly, I wasn't ready, but my soul leaned in. Enter Midari. She doesn't gamble like the others. She gambles like she's trying to lose a lawsuit. There is a loaded gun, actual live ammo, and zero chill. She's sweaty, twitchy, wild-eyed. Like if a Genshin character unlocked the feral skin, everyone else in the room is traumatized. Yumeko, glowing, positively vibrating with delight. And me, unfortunately, learning that my type is emotionally catastrophic with a side of homicide. Midari isn't here to win. She's here to feel something, preferably pain, public shame, or a bullet in the arm. Yumeko doesn't try to fix that. She meets her there. Not out of sympathy, out of curiosity. Like, oh, you're broken in a fun way. And then, just when we think this arc can't get more unhinged, we find out Midari cut out her own eye because the student council president told her to. Did she scream? No. Did she collapse? Also no. She got turned on, and that was the moment the show whispered. The thrill is the kink, and I spiritually blacked out. This entire stretch isn't about who wins. It's about who breaks first. Spoiler, it's never Yumeko. She doesn't fear humiliation. She takes it out for drinks. The school tries to regain control after that. Bad move. They throw rules, punishments, desperate logic at her. And she just smiles like they're handing her snacks. Suzu is in the corner losing brain cells. Everyone else is 2 seconds from filing HR reports. And Yumeko? She's high on the chaos. She breathes in suffering like it's premium grade oxygen. Then comes the idol arc. Yumemi. Perfect smile, pristine image, weaponized cuteness. The kind of girl who says tee-hee before stabbing you in the back. Her whole life is a curated brand. Yumeko says, let's ruin it. She doesn't threaten to out her secrets. She threatens to unmask the illusion in front of a live audience. And enjoys it. Idol culture collapses like a folding chair at a family BBQ. That's the real power here. Yumeko doesn't need money. She doesn't need status. She wants the exact moment someone realizes they've lost everything and they helped. By the end, Yumemi is still standing, but only because pride hasn't finished melting yet. The student council finally starts sweating for real. Not because she's cheating, but because she isn't. She's playing by the rules and still emotionally deleting people. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, okay, so this anime is just going to keep handing me psychologically unstable women with god complexes and flawless eyeliner. And I'm supposed to be normal about it? Impossible. Section 4, money talks, god complexes, walk. At this point, the show just stops. pretending to have rules, and hands the mic to the treasurer, aka Mr. I skipped morality to max out my finance stack. He shows up like, "Hi, I'd like to personally ruin your dreams using a calculator." No yelling, no threats, just raw, dead-eyed spreadsheet energy. He opens his mouth and 10 people immediately check their credit scores. Yumimi goes from pop idol to public liability in 30 seconds. The girl who weaponized fame gets emotionally deleted by a guy who files his taxes for fun. Her ego doesn't even get a funeral. It just quietly clocks out and disappears. And of course Yumiko is thrilled. She's sitting there like, wow, your trauma has layers, wanna gamble them? This whole scene is so casually devastating it becomes hilarious. Like watching a divorce lawyer juggle chainsaws. Everything is crumbling and Yumiko's clapping like it's halftime at a blood sport. By the end, Yumimi's dreams are auctioned off for parts. The council's got their order back, and Yumiko walks away untouched, like she just witnessed a car crash and rated it a solid 8 out of 10. Then Karari finally floats in, dressed like a boss fight and smiling like a death flag. She's been lurking for 10 episodes like, not worth my time. And now she's ready to clock in and destroy a few philosophies. She doesn't talk loud. She doesn't posture. She just stands there and makes you feel like you've already lost. Like the type of girl who makes eye contact and suddenly, you remember every mistake you made in high school. She treats gambling like aesthetic theory. And Yumiko hears that and basically starts flirting via spiritual plane. Suzui is in the back doing his best impression of a man holding in a panic attack. And we're just here, screaming into the void like, ma'am, I came here to watch a show, not have an existential crisis. Turns out Jirari saw it all. Every unhinged game, every breakdown. And she just let it happen. Not because she was waiting, because it was fun. The final game isn't about cards. It's about worldviews and stakes, an erotic mutual loathing. Whoever loses, leaves forever. Full expulsion, pack your trauma, and go. Ferrari doesn't blink. Yumiko smiles like she's tasting fear. They don't just gamble. They emotionally sword fight in slow motion. It's not flirtation, but it also definitely is. There are no twists, no betrayals, no last-minute reversals. Just two high-functioning disaster lesbians staring into each other's souls like, yeah, I could ruin you, but where's the fun in that? They tie, on purpose, because winning was never the point. The goal was the thrill, the obsession, the full psychological striptease of two people who finally found someone just as feral. No money changes hands, no throne is taken, just eye contact and respect, and maybe one or two internal crises you'll have to unpack later. Season 1 ends not with resolution, but revelation. This isn't about gambling. It's about people who find pleasure in the burn and invite you to sit with them in the fire. Outro. So yeah, this anime did things to my brain. So yeah, that was Kakegurui, a show about gambling, humiliation, psychological warfare, and people making eye contact like it's a lethal weapon. It's not about money. It's not about winning. It's about control, obsession, and that moment where someone smiles right before everything goes wrong. And honestly, that's why I love it. If you stuck around through all of this, thank you. Genuinely. I know this isn't a safe, cozy crowd pleaser anime. It's weird. It's intense. It's uncomfortable on purpose. And the fact that you watched me talk about it means more than I can really explain without getting soft on me. So here's the deal. If you've seen Kakegurui, drop a comment and tell me which gamble messed you up the most. If you haven't, tell me why you're scared. Like the video if you want more anime that makes people nervous. Subscribe if you enjoy psychological chaos with commentary. And as always, drop. Let's get our gambling freak on. In the comments if you are one of real ones.